Peace, family. Welcome to MaatSpeaks and welcome to another episode of Maat Wednesdays. I am so happy that you joined me again today as we continue to dive deeper into the principles of Maat. If you are new to my channel, my name is Leah Kenyatta, and here on MaatSpeaks, we aim to bring Maat, also known as balance, back to our communities through the 7 principles of Maat, which are truth, order, justice, balance, harmony, reciprocity, and righteousness. During Maat Wednesdays, we take a deeper dive into these principles so that we can learn how to achieve these principles and apply these principles in our daily lives and use them to build unity in our families and community. Remember, family, we are attempting to construct a code and culture in our communities through the principles of Maat. And also remember, if you have missed any of the past videos, I do suggest you go and watch those videos and then come back to this video. But also remember, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell so you never miss another video or live stream. We will be reading the last chapter from the book, The 14 Keys, Power, Unity, and Success Unlocked. Today, we will be uniting the Ma'atic principle, balance, with the external Nguza Saba principle, Imani, which is translated as faith. So previously, during episode 5, we discussed balance, and we discussed if two things that are opposite are to coexist. So in essence, that masculine energy and that feminine energy, there must be a trust and a commitment that takes place. This middle ground or equaling point or line of trust is met with purpose. So essentially, each person meets in the middle with their purpose to create balance, but it also will create an environment that is successful for the unit, relationship, or collective. So when applying balance in our relationships, there has to not only be a commitment or a line of trust, but a dedication to faith building within this sacred act that manifests itself within our relationships or with our spouses, our partners, or our significant others. When the divine masculine reacts to the divine feminine energy, there is an evolution that takes place. And both energies are elevated in order to fulfill their purpose, thus enabling this continuous flow of harmonic energy that sustains the life of the relationship, which has a great impact on how we build our families and ultimately our communities. So the principle Imani is stated to believe with all our hearts in our people, our parents, our teachers, our leaders, and the righteousness and victory of our struggle. Imani or faith should not be confused with belief, as belief is the acceptance that something is true without the intellectual knowledge or facts to guarantee the validity or truth. For Chief Yua states, belief easily survives without challenge. When our beliefs are challenged, we can sink into the unseen emotional confirmations that our feelings supply us with, or we can use that as an opportunity to become seekers, to forsake our foundation that we perceive as truth. That takes a great deal of faith, as faith propels us to live a life dedicated to seeking knowledge that unravels the foundation that we were brought up to believe. So that can be scary, and that is something that takes attentive work, because a lot of times we do not want to unravel our foundations and what the beliefs that we have been brought up to believe. So faith is not a result, but it's an action. It is an action step. So as untested faith, as Chief Yua states, becomes belief. Untested faith becomes belief. And Chief Yua further states that belief is the bridge that we send others down, but are afraid that it may not hold our own weight. So remember, truth and facts are not interchangeable, as facts are just an agreed upon reality shared by the majority, and those concepts do not always point to the truth. So I want you to listen to Chief Yua here. He's going to describe faith, and this is also in the 14 keys. Faith does not demand an immovable spiritual devotion to one doctrine. Spiritual doctrines should be as alive and dynamic as the spiritual intelligence that conceives them. Faith drives us to deem how truth expands by actively engaging our beliefs. To establish functional communities, we have to go beyond group pride and presumed group superiority. There must be a distributed vision that is equal in value to the dearness of life. If the vision is not worth living or dying for, it will fade as all impermanent things do. Our human condition is a temporary one. The sojourn of our reflected soul is eternal. So our faith must make its contracts at the soul level, and the human form will naturally follow suit. Once this occurs, the community will pulse with the ebb and flow of truth's movement, and in every moment faith can be tested, applied, and put into action. True faith cannot be generated, but rather is received as knowledge is. Individuals are drawn into a faith as male and female are attracted into a coupling. Faith extends beyond intellectual and sensory processing. In our Imani, or faith, we know we are the creator that claims what will be. So let us apply the Ma'atic principle balance to the Nguza Saba principle Imani. From the Book of the 14 Keys, Power, Unity, and Success Unlocked by Chief Yua.
Balance, Imani. There is a sacred connectivity that merges all forces in creation. These forces are part of an organism that is called the universe. The prefix uni distinguishes a oneness. The perceived oneness of all things are held in balance by the raw materials of the cosmic mind. Reverence for the vital faculties that govern proportion throughout nature begins the deputation of faith. Unseen sources and drives have made an appearance in the world of matter. Regardless of what is beheld in the corporeal and the complexity of that embodiment, the manifestation is an echoed image of a truer, unseen order. We can compare this with the relationship between our thoughts and our words. Often, what we think does not convey precisely through our verbiage. However, it doesn't take away from the palpability that our words are a product of our thoughts. Each one needs the other. Thoughts need a vehicle of exhibition so they can properly be expelled from our mental womb. Words need the supporting composition and meanings that the evaluations behind them provide. These two phenomena have to be held in conscious balance to sustain the unseen and seen authenticity. Hence, the faith that we have in what is produced from the surety of our thought becomes stronger. Balance is a commitment because beyond the speculation of the veracity of what is unseen or the genuineness of what is seen, there comes a middle line trust. This middle line trust becomes the equaling point between the realms of heaven and the province of hell. That balancing point uses intellectualism, but also uses the sense of purpose that all individuals host in the seat of their hearts. This is the equalizing point. It is no coincidence that the heart chakra is the middle point among the three major chakras beneath it and the three major chakras above it. It is a convergent point where forces can be made equal. Faith is often considered to be something that requires a wholehearted commitment. The heart even provides a balancing point for our emotions of connectedness and disconnectedness. The ideas and emotions of love and hate both emanate from the heart. So we find the decision that is made between the two occurs within that middle line trust. These are the deliberations that occur in the unseen that then govern faithful actions. Our methods of balancing project to actions of faith that require the entire physical, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual body.
This is the end of the chapter. We have just finished the 14 Keys, Power, Unity, and Success Unlocked by Chief Yua. I hope you enjoyed this series with me. I really enjoyed discussing the Ma'atic principles and the Nguza Saba principles with you. And I also enjoyed reading and discussing the 14 keys. And I just want you to remember to review these principles continuously and continue to watch the videos over and over again until you internalize those principles and apply them to your daily lives. Apply them to yourself, to your family, to your relationships as we work together to apply these principles to our communities. Again, if you would like your own copy of Chief Yua's book, the link is in the description. Comment below and give me your thoughts, family, on how we work together to bring balance to our families and communities with true faith. And tell me what you thought about this series. How did you like learning about these principles and the 14 keys? I will see you during the next Maat Wednesdays. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you for watching, family. Peace. See you next time.